Hi, I'm Mallary, Quaderer. I am a Sugar Moc, and I've been on the team for 5 years from 2019 to 2024. So I got started dancing. I had a late start compared to a lot of my friends and teammates. So a lot of people I know started competing in dance at the age of 3, but I didn't start competing until I was actually in 6th grade. So I was about the age of 12. And so I knew my parents had put me in sports growing up. The hand-eye coordination was just not there. But I loved doing fun things like gymnastics as a kid. And I tried kind of doing like one dance class a week. And I remembered I was at my recital with my mom and I saw the competition team dancing. And I looked at her and I was like, I want to be one of those girls. I moved to Tennessee and I started dancing at Elizabeth Williams School of Dance in Sevierville, Tennessee. And we had a really strong foundation in ballet training. And that really, I think, is what helped me grow into the dancer and person that I am today. I also got to work with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. She choreographed my solos and duos growing up throughout high school, and that kind of also really inspired me to continue on post high school and post college. And so then I knew from 15 that I wanted to be a Sugar Moc.
5 years ago when she came in to try out, she was this little high school, nervous young lady coming in, and I thought, oh, just please let her be good, because she was just so cute and, like I said, tall and blonde. So, and she was phenomenal, has lots of dance skills and commands your attention when she's on the sidelines for sure. Mallary is just phenomenal. She is one of the most skilled dancers we've had in the program, and she just is a hard worker. The kids always say she's Miss UTC. She does everything on campus that she can be involved in and do. She's just a great young lady, a wonderful ambassador.
In addition, and aside from just being a part of the Spirit Squad, I was able to take advantage of having some on-campus jobs at UTC. So I was able to be a tour guide, an orientation leader, all the fun little things in between, like FYE mentorship, stuff like that. And it was able to teach me a lot about UTC as a campus and as a university, aside from just the athletic side and the sports and fun things like you see. So the deep down, processes of things and meeting the people that actually make that happen and help incoming students come in. And that's truly what UTC is all about, is the students and the education and the people who can make that happen. We wouldn't have sports if we didn't have student athletes, that part is super important. That's been a really special part about UTC for me that I didn't expect and didn't fall in love with till I got here. Thankfully, I just chose a really great university because I knew I wanted to be a Sugar Moc, but then I got here and realized I made such a right choice on accident, if you will. So it's been a really, really awesome part to experience and learn with and grow with as I've gone through college. I love the feeling of game day. Football is just a very crowd-engaging opportunity that I love to just take advantage of and feel. And there's so many people that get recognized on game day that's not just the ball and play getting recognized. And now I'm super excited to try and continue that post-college.
She is obviously trying out to become a New England Patriots cheerleader. And her process is a little different. They take applicants by video for the first round, and you get cut or you get welcomed into what they consider tryouts. And tryouts actually will start the day after the Southern Conference basketball tournament.
I just found out yesterday that I made through round 1. So I'm very excited, but that doesn't mean we're done yet. That just means we gotta really hit the gas now, So I have a whole nother round that I'm currently in the process of learning to make sure that I can submit before and get through. So now it's just planning and making sure I can make all the other future rounds. So there are so many rounds that most people really don't know about. So there's a lot of first a couple online rounds, then there's some in-person rounds. You have things like interviews, a football quiz, on stage questions, things like that, because they don't just want someone who can physically dance. They want to make sure that they have a punctual individual, somebody who can really represent the program and organization, because essentially you are that organization's ambassador. Because a lot of people, obviously the fans, they don't have the opportunity to meet the players, but they have the chance to meet the cheerleaders. And so whenever that person gets to go into the community and meet them, that is somebody that really needs to make sure they know what they're doing and can represent them well. And so throughout that whole process, you're really trying to find those individuals who can fit that uniform and represent the uniform. So it's a long process, but for very good reason.
So during this entire audition process for an NFL cheer team, I have been at the Southern Conference tournament, and our women just won the #1 champions 2 years in a row, and I'm so proud of them. And now I get to come back here after screaming and cheering for them and take my interview. Stay tuned. So I just did my interview, and I have my interview dress tucked into sweatpants because now I get to go cheer on our men in the semifinals. And so it's a very fast turnaround, but it's been a very exciting day.
You know, I'm just excited that she has a goal and a vision for herself of going on and pursuing her dream. She has said from the beginning she wants to dance professionally, and she wasn't sure where at that young age when she first started here, but now she knows where she wants to go. And I just think it's an amazing process, amazing dream for her to have. And I just, you know, I want her to be successful because she deserves it.
Have landed in Massachusetts, and tonight we have our first rehearsal for the finals round. Finals is this Saturday.
Hi, my name is Mallary. I'm trying out for my first time for the New England Patriots Cheerleaders. We just finished our choreography round and we're about to move on to solos.
So in the finals round, there were 60 finalists that had made it through prelims and semifinals as well. And so it was really cool to just meet other people that were in the same boat as me. You know, we had been doing a virtual process of uploading and getting through the rounds. And so this was the first time that I was able to do this choreography that we had all been learning independently and be able to do it together. So I think that was the most rewarding experience, was just meeting everybody and seeing their why for what this was to them and seeing everyone's passions. And it's also just such a breath of fresh air, just be able to be in a room where everyone in that amount of numbers is working 110%, and they all are there for the right reasons, and they're all supportive of each other. It wasn't a competition between you and me. It was everyone's trying to fight for this amazing opportunity. And I think that was truly my most favorite part from finals. And so that was a whole process in its own. We were able to do our solos. We had to do a fitness walk and an on-stage question. We had to do a football quiz, which was really fun. So studying for that was obviously a blast. It was different than organic chemistry for me. So I had a lot of fun during that round and getting forward after that to advance to boot camp. So we had a long hour the day of finals. It was the time for the judges and the coaches, everyone to deliberate. And we even had some members from the Craft family on the panel of judges too, which was really awesome. And so to even know that the Craft organization is super involved in and out more than just the game of football, it's everywhere in that whole organization. So that was really cool for them to go off and deliberate and find out such cool stuff. And they came back and they read our numbers at we advanced to boot camp, and everyone, of course, is all just jumping in a circle in the middle. We're all super excited. We're going to boot camp! We were given our pages, which were kind of like a little in your heart, like a little certificate that you would advance through. And so boot camp started immediately on that next Tuesday. So finals happened on a Saturday. And so we were going for the next 3 weeks. We were having different things of choreography to come back in and learn with. They were teaching us a lot of new material. We were taking quizzes. We had to do lots of media training. And it was really cool to also take note of how the veterans are able to, you know, answer those questions and answer so professionally. So there was a lot of different aspects to boot camp other than just the dancing factor. I mean, throughout, as you were being taught choreography, some people, including myself, you know, would get pulled for different interview questions, or you were giving feedback, stuff like that. And so it was up to you as an individual when you got pulled and you had to come back in, make sure you can catch up really fast. And in the off time of the days that there were not boot camp, you had to make sure that you were polished by the time we came back in. So there was a lot of time spent outside of the days and hours of boot camp that you continuously kept working on. And that was really, really cool to kind of just try out, and it was super fun. And so the last day of boot camp, we knew we were gonna be doing a lot of performing. We knew that maybe we might go on the field, you know, do a little dancing there, stuff like that, just for them to see the last day of everything we've learned up to this point. And after we were told, you know, you're about to do your solos again. I hadn't done my solo since finals 3 weeks ago. So what a great diversion. So I'm, you know, everyone's kind of panicking, trying to remember their choreography, listening to their music on like their phones and stuff to get just back in that headspace of you're about to do your own routine, not any of the routines we'd been hustling on. And they'd come back out and, you know, they're like, okay, well, we're actually gonna go out in the field and dance before we get started on those. Again, thinking nothing of it. This was a total surprise. So we go out into the field, and our coach arranged, you know, some veterans in the front, then a row of rookie candidates, another row of veterans, then we were kind of filling in the space. So I immediately run to be next to the 2 other tall girls that I'd been trying to dance near, and so to pick up on their style as they were returning veterans. And so I'm thinking this whole time, okay, they want to see that I can hold a formation and keep a straight line, because if you don't, like, they'll take note of that. That's what's running through my mind throughout all of this. And so we finished our ending pose, we do the routine, and our coach was, saying this is such a great opportunity. We've been telling y'all to, like throughout boot camp, project and how big the stadium is and how special it is here, because not everybody gets the chance to experience this. And she was kind of points and, it was this, and we all turn around and there it is on the screen. Congratulations, 2024 Patriots Cheerleaders. And I remember just like my hands going straight to my mouth, and I was just in shock. I started crying immediately. My childhood dream just became reality, and it happened in the most surreal way I never saw coming. So I don't think I'll ever forget that moment. So next, we've already started practicing. We had our new hire orientation. So that was really, really neat to experience my first day at work. And then we had our first practice where we were distributed our apparel and our team uniforms, and got to try on the signature uniform, and I want to glue it to my body now. To know that I get to wear the uniform that showcases everything, it's so surreal. It was just so honoring, and I knew that I wanted to be able to live that dream one day, and for a team that I had full faith in and believe in, and I'm a genuine fan of. So don't pinch me, because I still feel like I'm dreaming. So it's a dream come true. Anytime I would tell people, I wanted to go on and be like a professional cheerleader dancer and try out for an NFL cheer team, a lot of people were just kind of like, oh, you didn't come from a big school. Like, that's right, I didn't. I come from UTC, and I had to work a lot on what I have here, and I had everything that I needed to have here to go on and go forward. So you don't have to come from a large campus. You don't have to come from a crazy background and things. If you make it work by you, because it's all about what you can do and put yourself in, then that's more than enough. So I think that was a big part, going through this whole process for me. My next time that I know I will be in this state and this arena, I will be walking a stage with a cap and gown on. So I still can't even believe that that's happening. My last semester of college, and I blinked and it passed by me. So it's super cool. And then after that, I will finally be driving my car up and I will be full-time Massachusetts.